I'm 32 years old and I finally feel like I am at a stage where I can genuinely say that I love myself. I love who I have become, but it took a lot to get to this place. As someone who has struggled with self-love and self-acceptance for most of my life, I want to share with you what I believe has been one of the biggest pieces in this journey. And I really think that if you can make this shift in your life, it will change everything for you. With self-love, as with everything, you can be present, you can work on connecting more deeply to yourself, connecting more deeply to others, being more self-aware. However, if you are not willing to actually take the action that is needed, you can only get so far. And again, I really say this from personal experience because I have absolutely been that person so many times with career related things, with financial, with self-love, things that I was looking to manifest in my life. I would do all of the self-awareness, manifestation, journaling, visualization. But when it got to the point of actually taking the action, I was held back because of fear, because of excuses, because of resistance. And so I could only ever get so far because action is that final step. And when it comes to manifestation, when it comes to receiving what we want to receive in life, when it comes to creating what we want to create in life, there is an aspect of co-creation. There is an aspect of action that needs to be taken. It's showing up. It's showing up for ourselves. It's showing up for what we want, showing up for the life that we desire and that we are capable of, but we have to be able to do the thing. Using this YouTube channel as an example, I had wanted to create a YouTube channel for a very, very long time. And I thought about it and I talked about it and researched and did all of the steps except for filming and uploading the videos. So of course, everything changed when I finally filmed and uploaded my first video. We have to be able to take action in the physical world. It cannot always be this manifesting mental experience. Yes, that is a powerful aspect of the journey. It's a powerful piece of the puzzle, but we have to do the thing. I'm reading a book right now called The 12-Week Year, and one of the things that he talks about in this book is that each of us has two lives. You have the life that you are living and the life that you are capable of living. And most people, we will never live the life that we are capable of living because we're not willing to do what it takes, or we're too afraid to take the next step, do the thing that we know we need to do that actually will change everything. Please do not be that person. If I could ask nothing else of you, do not be the person that just lives the life that you are living and not the life that you are capable of living. And I ask that not just for you, but for everyone that you will ever cross paths with. You have no idea who you are influencing. You have no idea who you will impact. And by you living the life that you are meant to live, by you having the courage to take action and do what you are meant to do, you will inspire others to do the same. And imagine the ripple effect that that could have on the world. You truly do not know what you can create and how it can change everything. One of the most powerful things that you can do on your own self-love journey is in any moment that you can remember to do this, any moment that you are feeling stuck or unsure, maybe you're feeling anxious, maybe you're feeling stressed or disconnected, to ask yourself, what is the most loving thing that I could do in this moment? Listen to yourself, listen to the answer that comes to you, and honor it. It's that simple. If you can sit with yourself and just take a brief moment to say, what would someone who loves themselves do in this moment? What is the most loving thing that I can do right now? How can I show up for myself in the most loving way and do that. The truth is, oftentimes we just don't really think about it. We just do what we want to do in that moment, what we're conditioned to do in that moment, what we're used to doing habitually. We don't pause to ask ourselves, to ask yourself, what is the most loving thing that I can do in this moment? Have some patience with this process because it does take a little bit of time to get to know yourself and really honor what is best for you. But the more that you can ask yourself this question, the easier it will actually become. To be honest, it can be really hard for me to film these videos. It does not come easily to me. I get nervous. I come up with excuses. I tend to have a little bit of a perfectionist mentality, and I don't say that as a compliment to myself. I know that it is actually a form of self-sabotage. It's a form of procrastination. But one thing that has kept me going through the trepidation, through the fear, through the procrastination is that I always come back to this question. And I know that even when it's hard, that even when it's scary, even when I don't want to, that filming this video is actually the most loving thing that I could do because it honors my higher purpose. It honors my desire to connect with you, to connect with more people, to share what I've learned and to speak my truth and share my voice and do something that feels really scary. So even if it doesn't always feel good in the moment that I'm doing it, I know that it actually is the most loving thing that I can do in that moment. This isn't about being perfect. This isn't about always making the choice that is the healthiest, the thing that gets us closer to achieving our goal. It isn't always about that. Sometimes you just need a break. Sometimes you just need to rest. Sometimes you just need to do nothing. That could be the most loving thing for yourself in that moment. For a really long time, I thought that the most loving thing for me to do was always the healthiest option. So eating the really healthy food, moving my body in a certain way. I think that this stems from my experience with disordered eating in the past. And so I equated love with always having to be healthy, always having to eat healthy foods because I'm nourishing myself. And what I actually came to realize is that through my own journey of healing my body and healing my relationship with myself, that sometimes the most loving thing that I could do was to allow myself to take a freaking break from the perfection and to not eat the healthiest thing in the world. Maybe the most loving thing that I could do for myself in that moment was to sit on the damn couch and have a cookie. And this is why it's really important to get to know ourselves. And sometimes doing what is the most loving thing for you in that moment, not everybody is going to approve of that choice, and you have to be okay with that. I will tell you, again, from personal experience, there have been so many moments where I made the choice that I knew was the most loving choice for myself, for honoring my truth. And I have been called selfish for it. And that's okay. It's okay if it was selfish. If that means in that moment that I truly honored what was on my heart and what was best for the trajectory of my life, without, of course, intentionally hurting someone or being unkind. Not everyone is going to love the things that you do or the choices that you make when you are honoring yourself. And you have to be okay with that. But yeah, if you can start by whenever you can think of it, and of course, this isn't going to be an every moment of every day kind of situation, but when you can, when you think of it, ask yourself, what is the most loving thing that I can do in this moment? And do it. And start to really notice what are the things, what are the activities, habits, daily actions that really energize you, that light you up, that bring you joy and a feeling of safety and a feeling of nourishment. Do more of those things. These are, in truth, our strengths. Oftentimes, there's this idea that our strengths are the things that we are good at, and our weaknesses are the things that we are bad at. The truth is, our strengths are the things that fuel us, that bring us energy, that inspire us, that light us up, that leave us feeling more energized after we do them. And our weaknesses are actually the things that deplete us, that leave us feeling drained and lacking in energy, even if we are good at them. So start to take a look at the things that you are doing consistently in your life that are draining you, that are leaving you feeling depleted. How can you do less of those things? How can you delegate or get rid of them completely, or spend less time doing those things and spend more time doing the things that inspire you, that light you up, that bring you joy, that make you feel more like yourself and more like this higher version of who you are? And take action on your dreams, take action on your values. If you are not sure what your values are, I really, really highly encourage you to get clear on your top values in life. Because along with this question of asking yourself, what is the most loving thing I can do in this moment? Something that has been extremely helpful for me is knowing my top values and then basing my decisions on what my values actually are. This can actually change your decision quite drastically, whereas if you were not sure of your values, you may not have made the same decision. And I will give you an example of this. When I worked at the ayahuasca retreat that I worked at last year, I felt so inspired and so connected to working in that space. It was amazing. I was meeting so many incredible people. I felt purposeful in what I was doing. However, something that I had determined for myself was that one of my top values is integrity, is living in integrity with what I believe to be important, with what I believe to be true. And this is another video for another day, but I realized that the retreat center that I was working at was not in integrity with the medicine that they were serving with ayahuasca. And so I no longer felt in integrity myself working in that space. So even though it checked all of these other boxes, it felt purposeful, I was meeting these amazing people, I was doing something inspiring, my top priority at the time was integrity. And so I actually had to make the choice to leave. If I was going to live in alignment with my values, there was no other option. So how can you be more in alignment with your values? How can you do more of what lights you up, of what fuels you and brings you joy? How can you bring more loving intention into every moment? And last, but definitely not least, it's not just about what you can say yes to. A huge aspect of this intentional action is actually what can you say no to? What can you say no to more often? How can you own the word no and be more empowered by using the word no? I feel like this is especially prominent for women, but men, please tell me if I am wrong. Like, please comment in the comments. Let me know if you deal with this just as much as women do. But I feel like especially for women, it is so hard for us to say no, because we often feel like we're going to hurt someone's feelings, or we're going to affect a relationship in a certain way. We're going to be viewed as a bitch or not nice or selfish. And so really one of the most loving things that you can do, one of the most empowering things that you can do, is to say no when you feel that you need to say no, to set boundaries. And don't feel like you have to explain yourself. You don't have to tell someone your reasoning for saying no. It's your no, and you are worthy of that. If you can say no more often to the things, the situations, the people, the distractions that are holding you back from being the person that you want to be, from living the life that you want to live, it becomes so much easier to really live in this space of love, because you are surrounding yourself with the right people. You are doing the things that light you up. You are honoring yourself and honoring your true yes. I want you to start to say no more often. And it might feel hard at first, but the more you do it, the easier it will become. And the more that life will actually start to give you what you desire, because you are telling the universe what you are okay with and what you are not okay with. You are showing with your actions what is your yes, what is your no. So the universe will start to give you more of what is in alignment with you. Your homework assignment after this video is to decide on 3 things that you can actually say no to this month. People, things, situations, commitments that you can have boundaries for, that you can say no to, that will actually bring more joy and more fulfillment into your life moving forward. Really just start to be more intentional with your actions. Start to be more loving in the things that you do. Because as you infuse your actions, as you infuse the things that you do with love, you yourself will start to feel that love even more. And this goes for all aspects of life. This isn't just about self-love. This goes for everything. This goes for your relationships, interpersonal relationships, romantic relationships. This goes for your career, living your dream life, even having the body that you desire, the health, the fitness that you want to achieve. All of this really goes back to taking more loving and intentional action in your life. Do not be the person who just lives life. Be the person that actually lives the life that you are capable of living to your fullest extent, the life that you really truly desire to live, that you know you are capable of. Be that person. I hope this video has inspired you in some way. I'm so grateful for you. And until next time, I will see you in the next video.